Hi Montana, day 87, and things are starting to get even crazier. This morning when we got there at 7:30, there were only two bills on the agenda. One was House Bill 8, that's the rural jobs bill that would create water projects in eastern Montana, and the other was governor's amendments to a school funding bill. We were all the Democrats were disappointed that the pay plan was not on this agenda. But when we got to the House floor at 8, we were handed a new agenda that did have a third bill on it, and that was Senate Bill 294. That bill originally had been to either eliminate or adjust the broadband pay plan that is not working for our public employees. And because the ridiculously modest 1% raise for our public employees failed in the process, it has actually been amended into that bill. So that's good news. In the floor session this morning, we passed this rural jobs bill. We passed the governor's amendments to a school funding bill, and we passed a 1% employee, it's actually less than 1% employee pay plan. And just like I said yesterday, the major jobs bill for the entire state of Montana was on third reading, and it needed 67 votes to pass, 2/3 of the House. Well, it only got 65. So a Republican stood up and made a motion to reconsider that bill on third reading tomorrow. And it got enough votes, it just takes a simple majority. Enough Republicans joined all of the Democrats in reconsidering the major jobs bill tomorrow on third reading. That's good news. Then a Republican representative stood up, made a big joke how all the drinks are on me if you guys all agree to go home today, made a motion to adjourn the entire legislature. He got 44 Republicans to vote with him on that. No Democrats voted for it, because if we go home, there's no rural jobs bill, there's no urban jobs bill, there is no state employee pay plan, there's no heritage center. Anything that has not passed through both houses just dies. It's serious. When that didn't pass, a second Republican representative stood up and said, "Think about this hard, you guys. Are you sure you made the right decision?" and made another motion to adjourn. They're trying so hard to go home and leave Montana employees in the lurch without these jobs bills. They got 42 votes on the second motion to adjourn. All of the senators were waiting around for us to adjourn so that we could send our bills over to them so they could pass them through the process. But they never met. I was worried that they would meet and pass a motion to adjourn the entire legislature. So I'm kind of glad they haven't met yet. I've been waiting around all day to hear whether we are going back today or we're going back tomorrow. As it currently stands, the House of Representatives is supposed to go back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Our agenda only has third reading, and the bills that are on third reading are House Bill 8, which is the Rural Water Projects Jobs Bill, Senate Bill 367, which is the big jobs bill for the state of Montana that failed several times and now has been reconsidered tomorrow, Senate Bill 294, which is the pay plan for our state employees. The Heritage Center is missing in all of this. So I don't know what the Republicans are messaging or how they're trying to spin this. There's a lot of ego involved. There's leadership from both parties and the governor's office meeting behind closed doors to haggle out this plan that was supposed to have already been agreed on by the two parties, that we were going to pass these bills. Each side got a couple of things that were really important to them. And they're just not playing nice, and they're not holding their word. The Republican leadership, not the entire party, but the Republican leadership is trying their best to go home without a jobs bill for the state of Montana. In fact, a couple of senators and at least one member of the House of Representatives have already gone home. They're just not going to be here to vote for it. They were going to vote against it anyway, but I'm pretty sure they're getting their per diem today and tomorrow. They're getting their legislative pay today and tomorrow. They probably got mileage to drive home, and they're just not even in their seats doing their job. I'm here. I'm going to vote for jobs. And for the employee pay plan, every single chance that I get, all of my fellow Democrats are going to join me in that and we're going to keep voting against going home until we either get jobs and a pay plan or we lose the battle. I'll tell you what happens when it happens.